The last couple of days have been pretty interesting in terms of rumors for Call of Duty. One pertaining to WWII Vanguard, the rumored Call of Duty 2021 project developed by Sledgehammer and now potentially Treyarch, and also what may be something that popped up today as what people think is a Modern Warfare 3 campaign remaster, or potentially even a Modern Warfare 2 MP remaster. But we're going to break down everything here on what you should know about and some of the truth behind all of this here. So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys hoping to see Treyarch jump over and help out COD 2021? Are you hoping we get a Modern Warfare 3 campaign remaster? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things COD, Warzone, Cold War, especially as we round into the new mid-season update here. We'll keep the video with all of that. So if you guys are interested in any of that and want to join the community, I'd love to have you. That said, let's jump right into it. So the first and probably biggest thing here out of this weekend when it comes to rumors and information regarding Call of Duty is in relation to Call of Duty 2021, Sledgehammer's upcoming title here for later this fall. While nothing has been officially confirmed of it, rumors are swirling, and the newest one is a rather interesting twist in the story here, in which it's rumored right now that Treyarch is going to be working on the co-op mode for Call of Duty 2021, which looks to be, if these rumors do pan out, to be zombies once again. Now, zombies fundamentally isn't anything that is too out of the ordinary. We saw zombies this past year with Cold War. We saw zombies within Sledgehammer's World War II. So for them to do it again and for it to kind of fit the narrative of what we see as a co-op mode, it's not too far out of the ordinary. But for Treyarch to be coming over, that's the part that's interesting here. But this rumor currently coming from the Cheeseburger Boys, who we've talked about here on the channel before, the group of data miners and leakers, Nanikos, Call of Duty Hope, and the likes. But their group Twitter tweeted, "Hey, at Treyarch, can you guys please do a year 2 of Cold War zombies? Or, I mean, if not, maybe help us out and do the zombies this year. Pretty please. I love your guys' mode so much," and you get where this is going with this. And then one of the members, Nanikos, ended up quote tweeting this saying, "To clarify, Treyarch is working in collaboration with Sledgehammer for this year's zombies." Now, this would make sense here in relation to this being something they have to step in on and creating a third mode if it is something that the previous rumors of the development kind of being, well, how do we put this, not so great. That's the rumors currently, is that Call of Duty 2021's development and support is kind of all over the place. And so to bring in a different studio to create and develop the third mode, then that would make sense at that point. And also, many have speculated this is maybe cause for why Cold War Zombies has kind of been a sort of erratic development and release schedule here so far through post-launch. I mean, we had Die Maschine at launch, we had Firebase Z, then we had Outbreak, but it's kind of been all over the place. It feels a little bit disjointed, and that may be because of the fact that, of course, Outbreak was introduced and kind of changed the entire formula for zombies, but definitely by definition, compared to other years in the past, it has not been anywhere near standard. So many have speculated that that might be a reason as to why a lot of the team may have jumped over and started to work on the base fundamentals of what the next project is that they're working on. So that could be the case, but it is entirely all rumor right now, but an interesting one no less. And I think personally this would be a very interesting thing to see, because that would then mean that Treyarch would have had their hand in 3 different projects over the last course of 3 to 4 years. They had, of course, Black Ops 4, their own game from all aspects, Blackout, multiplayer, and zombies, and the specialist training missions and story there, if you want to call that an air quote campaign. Though if you don't, I don't blame you. I don't really consider that. It's just an interesting little side piece. But then they had Black Ops Cold War here, in which that was apparently Sledgehammer and Raven's baby, then before Treyarch stepped in and kind of cleaned up a mess, taking over development here with that, in which to my knowledge, campaign is entirely Raven's thing. Multiplayer was more so Treyarch, and I would imagine zombies was also Treyarch as well. But then with the third project of COD 2021 being introduced here and their hand in zombies, that's a busy couple of years for Treyarch. Then for them to maybe even only have to turn around and turn out another full game of theoretically Black Ops 5 or Black Ops 6 here after 2022, likely in 2023, that would be something indeed. So a very busy time frame for Treyarch if that does turn out to be true. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this just yet, because I feel like there's definitely the point that you can make that there is a creative burnout to that point. So maybe that affects the product overall. But one thing that I am interestingly taking away from this is this inadvertently may be one of the first times we see that idea of, well, what if each studio just produced their best ideas and projects and then put them all into one Call of Duty? Of course, Infinity Ward is not included in this. It seems like they're giving Infinity Ward full reins to make Modern Warfare 2 with as much time and a full development window as possible, which I'm all for. I definitely think that it will be nice to see a full, complete game once again here, whereas this past year and potentially COD 2021 weren't necessarily ideal development conditions, and that's probably putting it lightly. But it'll be interesting to see how all this works out. That's the current rumor right now, so we'll see where that goes. The other thing that popped up as of today, actually, is an interesting one that has since been debunked, so I'm kind of glad I didn't get this up a little earlier in the day like I was hoping to, but an account called PlayStation Game Size that tracks all kinds of information regarding PlayStation databases ended up tweeting that there was an unknown game that was added to the database by Activision with a download size of 43.97 gigabytes. Now, that is something that is a decent size for something you may be able to take a couple of guesses at, maybe a beta of some sorts, maybe a remaster of some sorts where it could be campaign only. So my mind immediately jumped to, well, it's too early on for a COD 2021 alpha or beta, obviously, because we don't even know what's going to be happening as the next year, but potentially, would this mean that it could be Modern Warfare 3 Campaign Remastered? Because we haven't seen anything introduced just yet in terms of marketing. We've heard this rumor that it's going to be coming at some point within Q2, which is still for now the next month within the fiscal year of 2021, but ultimately, we also have to consider that these remasters were made as a part of an obligation to a contract with Sony, meaning that PlayStation would end up getting this first, and therefore it likely would be seen first on PlayStation and the databases there within it. So around that size, 43.97 gigabytes, that seems like quite a bit, and it seems like it would be up there for something that may just be campaign only, right? Well, maybe. Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered on PlayStation 4 was about 48 gigabytes, but on PC it was 80 gigabytes, so almost double than that of what we saw on the PC end of things here. But unfortunately, this was kind of squandered by what was figured out by data miners and other people combing through this information. They ended up finding this, going through the files. I have no idea how. I'm oblivious to that kind of stuff, but it is something they found images and references to what this actually was, in which it was a reference to Diablo 4, another game published by Activision Blizzard, and thus would then be put on the PlayStation database by them. So while it is interesting that it's listed as an Activision, not a Blizzard thing here at this, where that's predominantly focused around, that seems to be the answer to that question. And unfortunately, the Modern Warfare 3 Campaign Remaster doesn't quite make its way into our hands just yet. Whether or not that still comes, that's for time to tell, but that is the rumor here at that, and that's what I wanted to talk about here. Give you guys a little bit of a fill-in here on what you may have missed over the last couple of days this weekend and as of today. Now, as of tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of things ramp up for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone, with even a pre-install available right now for the new update on Black Ops Cold War coming as of tomorrow night. So get that in so you don't have to spend a lot of time downloading it on PlayStation. But we'll end up seeing some things revealed as well, with a trailer already scheduled for tomorrow afternoon on the East Coast and somewhat morning on the West Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time there. So we'll get a lot of information, likely a blog post, likely a roadmap as well as of tomorrow, which it wasn't today. So that said, decided to fill you guys in a little bit with all that information in the meantime. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this information here? Are you hoping that Treyarch makes a zombies mode for Call of Duty 2021? Maybe not so much. Are you hoping they can just focus on their next title? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related, especially as we round into the mid-season update here. So if you guys are interested in any of that, hit that subscribe button. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically on both those. If you guys want to strike a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.